Hello, my name is Krista McCubbin. I am a first year teacher for fifth grade. Um, it's been an interesting year so far, and differentiation and engagement are two of the key factors that's to keep kids motivated and on task in my classroom. So I really like this topic. Differentiation is adjusting the method or approach to learning to meet the needs of individual students according to instructional design article. And one way that I particularly do that in my classroom and that is set up through the school district is that the curriculum that we have also has a thing called all block where we have our small groups. And with the students that I have, I also have 14 out of the 48 kids that I meet with every day, for 24 being in my homeroom and 24 students being in my second class for my English language arts class. 14 of them are special education students. So being able to differentiate across the board from special ed to below grade level to grade level and to gifted is a task as a first year teacher, but learning very well. One thing that I know that has worked so far with the brain-based learning and differentiation is building on what the kids already know, their background knowledge, really getting the wires in their brain working and letting them build off of that. That is one thing that I love to do, and it seems to work so far with the students. Engagement is a key thing in the classroom as well, because they get off task so quickly. And having a fun environment, they don't like just reading something and then having to answer a bunch of questions in a workbook. You have to be creative in this area, because reading is a difficult, to me, I'll say that, is a difficult subject to be creative in, particularly in the topics of reading that you are discussing. And right now in this curriculum that we're in, we're studying the rainforest and how the rainforest is important to our environment and the different types of plants and animals and what the plants do for humans and animals, and what we can do to save the rainforest. And there's two ways, actually three ways, that I engage the students whenever we're doing this is after we read, I have them talk about things, because we have to have our classroom set up for collaboration anyway. So they have a partner right there next to them. So I have them paired and let them talk about the text that we've read and how it relates to what we're studying for that day. And then I have them do basically a thing, pair share. And then I also like to get them to stand up and go back to back with each other and think for about a minute or two, and then face each other and start discussing what they think about the text that they've read and how it relates to the questions that we have that are in the workbook, instead of just having them read it on their own the traditional way and then answer it themselves. And then the last way, and I don't get to do this too often with some of the things that we're studying right now. In the previous unit I could, but this module I can't, is to play four corners and create an activity to where the kids have questions and it's multiple choice. And I will pull it up on my projector and I will have the kids move around the classroom. I'll have the corners labeled A, B, C, and D, and I will have them move to the corner that they think is the correct answer. And that also helped them whenever we were studying for the district assessments that they just had and may have coming up again, to help them memorize, to retain, I should say, retain some of the information that they have learned, and and use towards the test. Um, so yeah, engagement is definitely one that it gets the brain moving, it gets the body moving, and they're able to retain it better because it's more memorable than just sitting there at a desk and reading all these boring words and then having to write dreadlessly through the answers that you have. Kids don't remember anything like that. It has to be engaging, it has to be memorable, and it has to be inviting for them. We have to put ourselves sometimes in the shoes of them. If it were us, how would we want to learn? How would we remember things like that we're learning? Um, Also, with differentiating, it's I do small groups, and there's 4 different small groups that I have. I have 2 lower level special ed groups because there's 14 of them. I have one on, and this is just in my homeroom, and it's basically the same way in my second class. I have one on grade level, and then I have one that is above grade level. And so everything is differentiated for them according to their reading and writing level. And they can play games on iReady. They can, for math, they can do amplified reading. It also meets them at their reading level. I also pull things off of the district website for iReady for reading, and I help them where they are and try to play games with them with the different words. And yeah, so thank you for watching.